sorry there's no slides. This is actually last minute. There's just a quick update. I can't tell you everything because we'll have some news on the property. The property, if you're not familiar with where it is, it's in northwest Quebec. It's an area that's very active. Like Tom mentioned, Goldfields, this is a large South African producer. They acquired a Cisco mining in there. Originally, the property was, well, it sits right in the middle of the camp. There was just go back 5 years, there's a bunch of little companies in there all over the place. Now what you got is Urbana, sits right in the middle, surrounded by goldfields. There's another company to the south called Bonterra, but 70% of their land basically is owned by goldfields now as well. So the way to see it is Urbana sits, it's a bullseye right in the middle of this camp. And I don't know how many times you've been approached, Tom, for by companies to want to acquire your land. I think it was what, 1947, I think was the original land. So that's where the name Urbana comes from, is urban township, basically. So the way you compare it, the way I compare it at this point is it's a lottery ticket, like any exploration project. But where we're at is, how I would say it is, like, let's say you take a 649 lottery ticket. You already know right now you have 2 out of the 6 numbers I think you have. And so the next steps are, well, we are drilling. We will be drilling again here. I've never seen any project like this that has so many gold occurrences, high grade, all over the surface. The property itself sits, like most properties in the area there, on what we call swamp. Very hard to see. You can do limited work at surface. So at this point, all you need to do is drill and go after all these occurrences that have been discovered over time. I think I'll leave it at that because there's some stuff, like obviously there's material that I can't talk about, but unless there's any questions, I think, yeah, go ahead, Charles.
I don't think this puts you offside, Mathieu, but can you talk about any of the drilling contiguous to the property?
Yeah, good point. Completely surrounded by drilling right next to the boundary, basically, probably about 200 meters from the boundary. There's a few things we'll have to investigate because suddenly you look at satellite imagery and it looks like there's some work on your property, maybe by mistake by the neighbors. We'll have to check that. Suddenly they got these trees that are cut in one spot really close to the boundary, so it's very suspicious. But basically, over the last 2 years, on 3 sides of the property, has been drilled within 500 meters of the property. With when you calculate the drill, you can see they should have stopped the drilling earlier because some of the drilling just keeps on continuing on your property, on Urbana's property. And you're talking, it's funny because you're talking about disruption. What's the price of gold right now? Probably 5,200. Yeah. I never thought I'd see gold at this price. It was 3,000 just a year ago or so. It's the perfect time to start working that property again. We started last year, but now I think if there's any time, now's the time. You're surrounded by a producer. You're the envy of Quebec, including myself, my company, yeah. So that's basically that's basically on Urbana. Sorry again, no slides, but we'll have some news out, and maybe by email we can share you a few maps of the area and why it's important. All right. Any questions at all? All right. Thank you.